All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I want to welcome everyone to Start, Build, and Grow Your Business with the Small Business Administration. And from the SBA, we have Caroline Williams, and she's going to give us all the information and the lowdown on what we need to know. But first, I want to give you a little bit of a background about SCORE. We know from experience that about half of you attending today have a SCORE mentor and the other half may not. So SCORE not only offers mentoring, and that is our flagship program. We offer webinars and training. We have a fantastic website with lots of templates, tools, videos, and programming that you can download and watch, all kinds of information. So I definitely strongly encourage you to check that out. Our mentoring is free and confidential. It is run by volunteers. Those volunteers come to us from a wide range of expertises and experiences. You can meet with a mentor as often as you'd like. It's driven by you and your needs as a small business owner or someone that is trying to start a small business. We help both groups. SCORE is a national organization. So if for any reason we can't help you on a local level, we do have a database of volunteers that we can reach out to. But generally we can get all your questions answered. Okay, here are the websites for the chapters in our district, and I will put those in chat so that you can take a look, find a mentor. If you already have a mentor and it's been a while, reach out to them, let them know what you're up to, what your plans are. Use them as a sounding board for new ideas you may have to grow your business. If you don't want to go onto the website and you still want a mentor, you can email me, and my email address is on my little video tag there. I'll also put that in chat, or just let me know in chat directly, and I will make sure that I connect you with the appropriate chapter and have someone reach out to you. Okay, I do prefer to use Q&A if possible. It allows me to not lose track of questions, but I am open to using Q&A or chat today with any questions you may have along the way. We will probably be answering most of the questions at the end, just so that you are aware. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop my share, and I'm going to turn it over to our presenter today, Carolyn.
Thank you. And let me just get my screen share up here before we go. All right, can everyone see?
Yes, you're all set.
Oh, hold on, she's freezing just a little bit. All righty, awesome. Well, thank you, Teresa, for the introduction, and I'm glad to be here and help you present with SCORE today. So my name is Caroline Williams. I'm an outreach and marketing specialist with the Massachusetts District Office of the SBA. And it's my job to connect businesses and organizations in Massachusetts to let them know about SBA programs and resources. I want to thank all of you for attending today. Your time is precious, and so I appreciate you taking that time out of your day to come and listen to us. Today, I'm just going to give an overview of SBA programs and services to help you start, grow, and expand your business. And if you hear me coughing or sniffling, please excuse me. I am getting over COVID, so that's what that is about. Just like that. All right, so the Small Business Administration was created in 1953 with the idea to help start and grow small businesses in particular. We're the only federal agency that is dedicated to growing and counseling small businesses. So we have 68 district offices all over the country and in US territories, so that wherever you may be, there's a team of people willing to help you get connected to the right resources. This is a screenshot from our website. This is specific to the Massachusetts District Office, which you can visit at sba.gov/MA. And our office is located in downtown Boston at 10 Causeway Street in the Thomas P. O'Neill Jr. Federal Building. And we also have a branch office in Springfield for our folks out in Western Mass. So There are 4 main areas that the SBA focuses on in order to support your business. We're going to go through a few extra side things today, but these are the 4 main things that I want you guys to walk away with. So we provide free business counseling with our resource partners. I will go over them in more detail in just a second, but I'll just say that these organizations will help you get through every stage of being a business owner. Number 2, SBA guaranteed business loans, and I'll go over those in more detail as well. Disaster loans. Many of you have probably heard of the Economic Injury and Disaster Loan, also called EIDL or EIDL, to help businesses through crises like natural disasters like you see in the picture, or in the past couple of years, COVID. Number 4, government contracting. Getting started on your own can be tricky, which is why the SBA is here and provides resources to guide you through that. So in addition to providing assistance in those 4 main focus areas, we also have an online learning center. And here you can find free online workshops, business plan templates, and other types of technical assistance. And we also have an online learning platform just for women business owners and entrepreneurs. Both of these are free and easily accessible on the SBA website. You just go to learn.sba.gov. All right, so our first area of focus is providing free business counseling through our resource partners. These are approved and funded by the SBA, and as Teresa said earlier, is for SCORE, but for all of these too, you can find chapters of these organizations all over the US. If you visit sba.gov/local-assistance, you can enter your zip code and find a resource partner near you if you need guidance. So SCORE, that's what we're here for today. Teresa explained it, but I'm just going to go over it a little bit more. Nonprofit association provides counseling and business advice to entrepreneurs. It's free, it's confidential. Their mentors are often business owners or have been business owners in the past, so they know how to navigate the startup process and can counsel you through it. It's not just the startup process, though. They focus on growing and managing your business as well. All right. And then we have the Massachusetts Small Business Development Center. It's another great resource. Again, still free services. They're a little bit different than SCORE in that they're tied to universities across the state. So they combine federal, local, and academic expertise to help you. The Procurement Technical Assistance Center, which you see at the bottom there, is also housed within the MSBDC, and they are your go-to resource for all things government contracting. The Center for Women in Enterprise is another fantastic resource partner, and they focus specifically on women-owned businesses, but they are open to all, and they don't exclude any other types of business. It's just that they focus on women-owned businesses. They also do a lot of one-on-one counseling, as well as courses and specific workshops to help you as a business owner. The CWE, Center for Women in Enterprise, also houses the Veterans Business Outreach Center, or VBOC. And this resource is dedicated to helping out the men and women who have served our country, are transitioning out of the military, coming into civilian life, and looking for help starting their business. That's what they're there for. Also, again, free services. All right, so I'm going to move into more financial and technical assistance now. Before we get into loans, I want to cover the types of grants that we have available. So first is the STEP grant, which stands for State Trade and Export Promotion. And this helps small businesses overcome any obstacles they have in exporting by providing grants to cover costs associated with entering and expanding into international markets. Next, we have the PRIME grant, which stands for Program for Investment in Micro Entrepreneurs. And this provides funding for nonprofit micro enterprise development organizations. And these funds can help provide capacity building to micro enterprise development organizations, or training, technical assistance, and guidance to disadvantaged micro entrepreneurs. And I believe that the microloan technical assistance grant falls under that as well. And then we have the SBIR program. So this grant program is for small businesses in science, technology, and sort of research and development focused businesses. You might qualify for an SBR grant if you produce things like artificial intelligence, nanomaterials, clean energy, water filtration, education, or wearable technology. And you can look at those opportunities and how to apply at sbir.gov. You can go to the SBA website too, but if you just go directly to sbir.gov, you'll get there fast. So another part of the SBA area of focus is providing loans for small businesses. So let me be clear here, we don't lend money directly to small business owners unless the business is located in a disaster area. I'll talk about disaster later on. So instead, we set guidelines for loans made by our partnering lenders, community development organizations, and micro-lending institutions. So what the SBA does, it reduces the risk for lenders, which makes it easier for small businesses to get loans. How that works is the lender will make the loan, and the SBA will repay up to 85% of any loss in case of default. So because this is a bank loan, applications are submitted to the bank and loan payments are paid to the bank. And then the bank is also responsible for closing the loan and dispersing the proceeds. So with an SBA loan guarantee, if a borrower fails to repay the loan, the lender can recover 50 to 85% of the outstanding loan balance from the SBA. The borrower remains obligated for the full amount due. What this does is reduces the lender's risk, so they're more willing to approve the loan in the first place. They want to get their money back as soon as possible to reduce that risk of non-payment. And with SBA support, most lenders are willing to stretch the payment terms out over a longer period, which reduces your monthly payment and then eases the cash drain on your business. So the three main loan programs of the SBA are the 7A, the 504, and the microloan program. The 7A is our most common loan program. It can be used for multiple things, including, but not limited to, short and long-term working capital, to refinance any current business debt, or to purchase furniture and supplies. So the maximum amount for a 7A is $5 million. There's more information on our website under the Funding Programs tab for eligibility and an application checklist. The 504 provides long-term fixed rate financing of up to $5 million for major fixed assets. These are available through certified development companies, also known as CDCs. And again, you can see our website for eligibility requirements and how to apply. The 504 can be used for the purchase or construction of existing buildings or land, new facilities, long-term machinery and equipment, or the improvement of all of those. And then lastly, we have our microloan program, which provides loans of up to $50,000 to help small businesses start and expand. You can use the funds for a variety of things, such as working capital, inventory, supplies, machinery, or equipment. It just can't be used to pay existing debts or purchase real estate. This is a slide of microlenders that provide technical assistance. I can give you guys a list of this later. I can drop my email in the chat and provide you with that list, but this is just to show you actual list of lenders here in Massachusetts who do that. So after all this, you're thinking maybe, great, sounds like there's money out there, but who do I go to? One of the things you can do is you can use our lender match tool to find an SBA approved lender to work with. So as I talked about before, these lenders are given a delegation of authority, and so they receive SBA training on these loan programs. You just go to sba.gov/lendermatch, enter your information, and then they'll connect you with a lender. Could be local, could be anywhere in the country. So there's also a limited amount of SBA funding available from private investors. So an SBIC, a small business investment company, is a privately owned company that is licensed and regulated by the SBA. So the SBA, as y'all know, doesn't invest directly into small businesses, but it does provide funding to qualified SBICs with expertise in certain sectors or industries. So the SBICs then use their private funds along with SBA guaranteed funding to invest in a small business. And you can also see that under the Funding Programs tab on our website for more information. And then the surety bond program, excuse me, helps businesses win contracts by providing the customer with a guarantee that the work will be completed. So a lot of public and private contracts require surety bonds, which are offered by surety companies. The SBA guarantees surety bonds for certain surety companies, which then allows the companies to offer surety bonds to small businesses that might not meet the criteria for other sureties. So how this works is that the surety bonds are requested. The authorized surety companies then partner with the small business. Then the SBA guarantees the bond. And then the small businesses get this bond so that they can get to work. All right, and the third area of focus is helping businesses recover after a disaster, such as a hurricane or a snowstorm, and in the past couple of years, of course, COVID. You've probably heard of the economic injury and disaster loan. There was a specific one for COVID. It unfortunately just ended in December, but if you're still looking for help, I would encourage you to reach out to our fabulous resource partners. And as I said before, this is the only loan program where the SBA actually does give directly to borrowers and doesn't go through a lender. And if you can see that on our disaster assistance tab on our website as well. Now, the fourth area of support is federal government contracting. And go to our website, sba.gov/contracting. I know that that can sound scary, but it doesn't have to be, hey, I work for like a tech and weapons company. Can I work with the Department of Defense? It doesn't have to be big, like official sounding things like that. We have a lady here in Massachusetts who is a really fantastic baker, and the government decided that they wanted to buy some of her cookies. And so she got a contract to bake cookies for the government. We have another lady who has her like hairstylist license or cosmetology license, doesn't rent out a booth or anything, and doesn't have a physical salon of her own. She just has her materials, but she won a contract to cut hair for servicemen and women. So it really can be anything. So in order to best help your business, there's a number of different contracting programs. The government has percentage breakdowns of how they're supposed to spend their money on contracts. So it can help you to be certified, in any one of these categories. The 8A Business Development Program, a historically underutilized business owned program, to be woman owned, to be service disabled veteran owned. The government has to spend a certain amount in each of those categories, so it can help you to be certified as one of those. Again, you can see the eligibility for those on our website. I also highly recommend working with the Procurement Technical Assistance Center to help evaluate your readiness and get ready for contracting. So, government is required to spend about 23% of its budget for goods and services on small businesses. So, fiscal year 2019, that number was 600 billion. I need to find the more accurate number, obviously, but I can assume it's only gone up. 23% of that is still pretty significant. And so you can see that breakdown there. So another part of contracting is the SBA Mentor Protege Program. And this helps small businesses learn from experienced government contractors. So as a protege, your business can receive guidance on tons of different things: accounting, marketing, manufacturing, strategic planning, financial assistance in the form of equity investments, loans, bonding, assistance in navigating federal contracting, the procurement process, and more. So, in order to be a protege, your business must qualify as a small business using the SBA size standard tool, can be organized for profit or as an agricultural cooperative, and you have to have a proposed mentor prior to applying to the program. So you have to know who you want to be your mentor before you apply to the program. If you want to be a mentor, not a protege, you have to be organized for profit, be able to carry out your responsibilities to the protege, possess good character, not appear on the federal list of debarred or suspended contractors, and be able to impart value to a protege firm through prior experience and knowledge of business operations. So just to make this really extra clear, this is not a matchmaking program. This is not the SBA matching you with someone they think would be a good mentor for you. This is you figuring out a firm that you would like to work with and then entering this program together. So you have to have an idea and you have to want to enter this program with another firm. The program can last up to 6 years. You can have 2 mentors at the same time, as long as the 2 mentors don't compete or conflict with each other. All right, and we also offer assistance in exporting. So 96% of consumers live outside the US, and 2/3 of the world's purchasing power lies in foreign countries. If you're looking to get into exporting, the SBA's Office of International Trade can help, or you can also go to your Small Business Development Center or an export center, and they can assist you in marketing, finding international buyers, and I believe some even provide translation services if you find that you need to sell your product in a different language or make marketing materials or promotional materials in a different language. All right, I know that that was a lot of information to throw at you. And of course, I could go back through each slide, give you more details for each one of those. But if you only remember a few things from today's lesson, I'm still in grad school mode. If you only remember a few things from today's presentation, remember the 4 areas: counseling, loans, disaster, and contracting. And if you are not remembering that, or you'd like to remember even more, just remember that we're here to help you start, grow, and expand your business. This is my contact information, and I will also drop it in the chat. I highly encourage you to sign up for our newsletter for the Massachusetts office and follow us on social media for updated information. And if you have any questions at all, please reach out to the district office via email, massachusettsdo@sba.gov. We're all working remotely right now, and someone will get back to you within 24 to 48 hours to answer your email. So I want to thank SCORE once again for inviting me, and again for all of you for attending. It is your businesses that are powering the engines of America. So thank you very much. And with that, I'm going to pass it to Teresa.
Yeah, I do have a couple questions that have been posted, and one of them you just answered, which was, is the SBA office in Boston open for clients and small business owners? Can you explain how? Okay.
Yeah. So if you want, hold on, I'm having trouble getting back to Zoom. I can't stop screen sharing. Stop screen sharing. I can't do this. The little thing isn't happening.
Hold on.
Are you able to wrestle control from me?
There you go.
Oh my gosh,
I stopped your share. No problem.
Thank you so much. I was panicking. Okay. Yeah, we're not in the office right now, but if you want to talk to any of us, again, just reach out to our office via email and one of us will get back to you. We also have a phone number, which I can't remember off the top of my head right now. That's terrible. But if you call our office, our number is on our webpage, and you can, because we're not in the office, apparently we're not going to answer it right away, but we will call you back. So email or call us and we can get you connected with the right people.
Are you limited to one type of loan? For example, can you apply for a 504 and a microloan?
I'm not actually 100% sure about that. I'm going to drop my email in the chat and then do some research for you, Ginger. If Nadine is here, Nadine, are you able to answer that?
Okay, let's see. Oh, she's here.
Okay,
and she
Nadine
said yes. She's
okay.
going to answer
Nadine
it for us.
Yes. Thank you, Nadine.
I can promote Nadine to speak if she'd like. Just tell me in chat if you'd like to be promoted to the main screen. Yes. Okay. Give me one moment to make that happen. There she is. Okay.
Thank you.
Yay. Thank you, Nadine.
Caroline, you are absolutely awesome. Thank you for going through that presentation. You did it seamlessly. To that question, I wanted to be able to chime in on that. Any person who is qualifying for a 504 loan cannot have a microloan. A microloan is usually for the unbanked and underbanked. The microloan goes no further than $50,000. The medium microloan is $13,000. A person can have more than one loan. The person who qualifies for a 504 loan would most likely then also qualify for the 7A loan program. And they are the two SBA loan programs. Microlending is an intermediary where SBA loans money to the approved microlenders. I saw that Teresa put them in the chat feature. And then those intermediaries put the money back into the economy along with some technical assistance. Thank you.
Thank you, Nadine.
Thank you, Dee. I have another question. Are nonprofits considered a business for SBA assistance purposes?
I believe we do some help with nonprofits. Let me look that up.
And while she's doing that, I can say that SCORE absolutely mentors nonprofits. And we have a handful of excellent nonprofit mentors.
Yeah, and all the resource partners would be able to help as well. Give me just a second.
And I see in chat, somebody's asking about the recording. Yes, we are recording. I'm going to repost the link where you can find that recording. And I usually have it posted by the next day because I have to wait for Zoom to process it. But here is the location. That's the location you'll find the recording.
Teresa and Caroline,
yes,
about the nonprofit, a small business in our world, a small business is defined as for-profit, 51% owner, and small. And small is based on the North American Industrial Classification Codes, which we call the NAICS codes. You traditionally have to be a United States citizen. There are programs for a nonprofit, but our regular lending programs, the 7A, the 504 loan programs, they are for for-profit businesses. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I was looking up things on our website and I was like, I know I've seen this before, but okay, thank you for clarifying.
I do not see any other posted questions. Let me just
do not either.
Quick look through the chat.
Oh, I see. You put all the.
I did. As you were speaking, I put all the links in there.
Thank you. And I'm going to drop my email in the chat as well so that it's a little more accessible.
Okay. All right. Well, I have another question. Let's see. Where does one start? What comes first?
So what do you mean that? Are you like, are we wanting to start a business? Where are we wanting to get a loan? Like where are we starting with this?
Yeah, if you could give us a little bit more information,
just a little more context.
But I would say if you're at the very, 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 very beginning, your best place to start is probably with one of the partners, getting yourself a mentor, attending workshops on how to start a business that talk about planning, that talks about, how to finance, et cetera, et cetera. It goes through all the things you need to know to start a business.
And there's actually a really nice guide on, I'm at the very beginning, attend a few workshops. There's been a disconnect for me. I absolutely would say, first of all, reach out to one of the resource partners. They're going to be able to help you through whatever stumbling blocks that you're coming across. But if you go to the website, the SBA website, just sba.gov, and just click on the business guide tab, and scroll down a little bit, it says start your business in 10 steps, see the guide. And that actually is a really great starting place. It guides you through every single one of these different things. It has business plan templates. And I also highly recommend the Learning Center too. So when you go to the SBA website and click on Learning Platform, there's a lot of resources for technical assistance and things there too. So just do some digging around the SBA website, and also super highly recommend getting connected with the resource partners that I mentioned in the slides. They are really fantastic, and they are going to help you get started, because you've got to make those connections and have that support network in order to get yourself off the ground. So definitely get connected with the resource partners.
When stuck in a 2-year disaster loan application, are we eligible for other loans such as bridge or micro? And can SCORE assist with being in limbo with EIDL? I'll let you go ahead and answer the first part.
Yeah, I'm not sure about eligibility for other loans. I think so, but what I'm also going to do is drop the Office of Disaster Assistance contact information in the chat to see if they could, you could reach out to them and see what's going on as far as the EIDL side.
And Nadine would like to add to that.
Okay, of course, please go ahead, Nadine.
Thank you, Caroline and Teresa. So that person that just asked that question, we're gonna wanna know, are they a for-profit or a nonprofit business also? Because the economic injury disaster loan did open to nonprofits and churches because of the magnitude of the economic disaster. That is unprecedented and that is unusual. So for that individual, all small businesses are going to have some skin in the game. And that is even more important to contact our resource partners, SCORE, the women business centers, the small business development centers, to have conversations and to see where you are with your business, if your business plan really is ready for you to go to lender match, or for you to even go face to face and try to talk with a bank about getting access to capital. Those of us here in the district have no access to the economic injury disaster loan portal, but if somebody is stuck in a loop, they are able to send an email to us here at the district office, and we can try to send it up to see if there is some assistance or what the problem may be as to why someone has been in a loop for the full length of the pandemic. Thank you.
Okay, and yes, SCORE does have a few EIDL experts that can also try and assist where they can.
Thank you.
Is the Boston office open? Well, yeah. SBA office and the SCORE office are both working remotely.
Yes.
We are mentoring folks by phone and video. We use Zoom, so that way you can talk face to face with somebody, face to face, I put in quotes. And that's how we are working. We definitely, as Caroline said earlier, the SBA and SCORE, leave a message, email us, and we absolutely will return those calls.
Our physical space isn't open, but mentally and technologically we are. So that's what I mean.
Great. Okay. Yeah, and I need your support to start a new business. Absolutely. We can reach out to you.
Yeah, and I've put my email in the chat, and I put for people who had EIDL questions, I put Office of Disaster Assistance numbers and a couple of email addresses there too.
Excellent. Okay. I think that gets us down to there. I think we've got everyone covered as far as questions go. So there's a lot of information there in chat for you to reach out if you think of another question. Lots of different departments for the SBA. You've got SCORE's contact, and we're here for you. And I guess we will go ahead and wrap things up today. And I'd like to thank everyone for attending, and Caroline for a fantastic presentation, and Nadine for jumping in and filling in a couple blanks there for us.
Yes, thank you.
And we'll call it a wrap, and have a great day, everybody.
Thank you.